Your gift can be anything. You can't look at it as simply running, jumping, singing, and dancing. But I'll tell you one thing, your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. For me, it was comedy. So once you identify it, then that's the beginning of it. But there's a lot of work to do even after you identify your gift. You know, you can believe you're something all you want, but if you don't work towards it, you're just sitting there, it's gonna be empty. Failure means you've now learned another valuable lesson that pushes you one step closer to success.
It means go in another direction. It means you have to go in another direction.
Failure is not the end all.
No.
People keep getting buried under failure. I bet you that you have failed more times than anyone in this room.
Absolutely.
I promise you have. I'm willing to bet that I have failed more times than anyone in this room, because I have attempted so many things that you have no idea what I've attempted and failed at. But I don't let the failures define me.
It's God pointing you in another direction.
And it's clear about that. And you've got to be willing to go with that bend, because that bend in the road is the only way. Success is not a straight line.
It is not.
It's crooked, it's down in a valley, it's back up over a mountain. So when people try to figure out how to make $1 million, they have no idea how daunting that is. Because if you know how to make $1 million, you go make it tomorrow. But since you can't figure out how to $1 million idea, you go somewhere and sit down. That's the wrong approach. If you apply your gift, your God-given gift that he gave you, you have millions already at your disposal. If you break it down inch by inch into things essential, or the 10 by 10 theory, which is very simple. You don't need $1 million idea, you need a $10 idea. You need something that you do, your gift that God gave you, to make $10. That's all you got to be able to know. I don't care if it's cutting hair, cutting somebody's grass, washing somebody's car. I don't care if it's mowing somebody's lawn. I don't care if it's driving people to their destinations. I don't care if it's babysitting. I don't care if it's baking cookies or pie. You have braiding somebody's hair. You have something that you can do so well that someone will give you $10 for it. Write my paper for me. Do this for me. Somebody give you $10 for it. Once they give you $10, all you got to do is whatever you did to get that 10, do it 10 more times. You now, my friend, have $100. You have $100 simply because you took a $10 idea and you did it 10 times. Well, guess what? If you take that $100 that you made since you done it 10 times and you do it 10 more times, I got news for you, my friend. You now have $1,000. $1,000, you make $1,000, guess what all you got to do? You got to multiply that effort again. Do whatever you did to do $1,000, do it 10 more times. My friend, you now have $10,000. You got $10,000 now. Imagine if you was making an extra $10,000 a month. Just imagine if you was making an extra $10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year. But I got news for you, my friend. Whatever you did, whatever it took to make yourself $10,000, all you got to do is do it 10 more times. 10 more times, my friend. You now have $100,000. I got news for you now. If you can make $100,000, you're just a step away from being a millionaire, man. Because now you hire a few more people to help you out, that you can do portions of what you do, so you can duplicate that effort. And one more time, just one more time, do it 10 times. Man, that sounds hard. It is hard. But what else you got to do? What, you gonna stop at the 100,000? All you got to do is duplicate your efforts by 10. You duplicate your efforts by 10 times 100,000. Welcome to the club, my friends. You are now a millionaire. Congratulations. You became a millionaire with a $10 idea. So stop bogging yourself down trying to figure out how to make $1 million. Do what you can do to make $10. And then do the 10 by 10 theory. Inch by inch, anything's a cinch. When you are a person who is success-minded, you have a wagon that you are pulling uphill. Attached to this wagon is this very thick rope. You are shirtless. You have a rope on your back and you are pulling this wagon uphill at all times. You are totally responsible for your wagon. You are the only one on rope. Now, in order for the wagon to go up the hill, you have to have people, like-minded people, people on your staff, employees, people who you partner with. The thing of it is, though, you are the only one responsible for the pull. What you have to be careful of is as you pull this rope up the hill, you have to make sure that everybody that's on the wagon is doing something to get the wagon up the hill. Everybody's foot got to be hanging off that wagon, pushing. Somebody got to get off the wagon and move rocks from under the wheel. It's an old wagon you pulling. But what happens along the way, and you got to be careful, there are people who will get on your wagon and have no value. Get on your wagon and become very, very comfortable. All of a sudden, they feet up off the ground. They just on the wagon riding. And you have them in your life as a mother.
Everybody has somebody in the wagon they're pulling.
You all got somebody on your wagon.
Everybody has somebody in the wagon they're pulling.
That's doing nothing.
That's got their feet up.
Seriously, sometimes it's your children. They done just put their feet up. Now, at a young age, you understand that, but once they get to a certain age, you want them to help out. Sometimes it's your business partner. Sometimes it's the people you hire. Sometimes it's the people in your other department that's supposed to be helping with a project and they just got their feet up. Whoa, 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 whoa. You are now making my haul on this rope more difficult than it is. You must now shed yourself for this dead weight. If you don't, your climb with your rope will be, it's agonizing.
Jennifer says, life is what happens when you're busy making plans. Should my plan be solid or flexible once I'm clear on what I want?
Well, it's a combination of both, but you got to get tunnel vision to reach your goal. You have to put blinders on and say, I'm laser beam focused on this. But know this, the road to success is always under construction. So just knowing when you strike out on your goal, you're going to have to get ready for flexibility because it's going to be detours, pitfalls, stop signs, men working, delays, detours going around. That has to be expected. Terrell, who's our floor manager here, he runs the entire set. His first job out of high school was at Magic Johnson's Theater in LA. That was his first job for 4 years. He swept floors, cleaned up the theater for 4 years. Boy, runs a TV show now. Ain't that crazy? See, the hustle, man. Somebody sent me a wonderful sign one day. It was like a sign that goes in front of a house that's for sale. It says, the dream is free, the hustle is sold separate. And that's so true, man. You never, see, you can never give up. You don't ever know where God is just waiting on you to pass the test. But you have to stay with something and go through the test to get to the end. See, you can't give, if you quit, there's no way you'll ever know. You have to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even if you don't know the way. It's not your job to know the way. It's just your job to believe. That's what people mess up as people. You try to figure it out. Show me the scripture that tells you to figure it out. Where is that scripture at? There's no scripture that tells you to figure it out. It tells you to ask and believe. That's what you got to do. Ask God for something and then believe in it. Now, if you got faith without works is dead, you got to be willing to hustle. Because the hustle sold separately now. The dream free, you can dream all day long, but the hustle sold separately. God wants all of us to do the gift that he put in us. Now, your gift might be attached to a job. Some of y'all should have been and quit your job and tried your business idea. But now I got these bills, I can't quit. Tell you what, if you don't quit, if you do not quit and go fulfill your dream, you ain't ever gonna be happy. It ain't no way, because you ain't living in your dream. You got to do it. Just take the leap of faith. What you waiting on? God big, God hold you up. You're going to couple cuts and tears on you on the way once you jump. Because when you jump, just know this right away, the parachute not going to open right away. When you jump, you're going to hit the rock, edges of the rock and all that. But after a while, it opens. But it ain't going to open if you don't jump. Now you can stay safe. You can stand on the cliff, watch everybody soaring by, and never jump. Keep that parachute on your back, tucked in the pack. Be nice and safe. Don't jump. But you're gonna watch a lot of people soaring by with their parachute open. Until you jump, you will never have the life that God wants you to have. If you ain't gonna jump, man, you got to jump. Just jump. Let's go.
Wanted to ask you, how do you overcome the fears and doubts?
I mean, look, the fears and doubts are a part of it. Can I be honest with you? Everything I've ever done started with a fear. My walking out on stage, that starts with the fear. When Oprah came and got me for this life class, I told her, I said, boy, this is like a stand-up appearance for me. I'm back there sweating. I don't want to talk to nobody. I have to overcome fear all the time. When I wrote my book, I was afraid. When they told me we wanted you to be a game show host, I'd never done that. I was afraid. When they said, we want you to do a talk show, I was afraid. I have to overcome fear all the time. But the best way for me to overcome fear is the dream has to be bigger than the fear. That's the only way you turn around and run at it. I just want something so great. I aim for stuff so big that the dream is bigger than the fear. Look at it like this, man. If you don't ever go for this, would it be better for you to face the fear or just deal with the fact that you just never gave it a shot?
Oh, face it, definitely.
See, that's what the dream. And I saw you with your tie on. I know that makeup mirror, that's backstage somewhere in a dressing room. Somebody's hiring guys like you. There's no such thing as I'm 57. If I went back out there, I'd get hired tomorrow as a stand-up. If you funny, there's a marketplace for you. Now, look, you got to
Start where you are, right?
Just
start where you are.